All this is good. Yes, indeed. Sweet, sweet. Let's do it. So, Snake, what do you think the chances were that person who followed was just somebody trying to push their art onto me as usual? I don't know why that's so common. Being like a low viewer Andy. I do not understand. I'm mixing up my game commands already. I hate doing that. Oh my god, you got me in the corner. That's not good. Yo, what the fuck is this thing? What the fuck is this thing? What the fuck is this thing? Crazy. Did it go? Nice. What? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, we got fire. No, I can't do that. There we go. Do I have throwing items? Wrong one. You really have to take all 10 of them? Okay, that's pretty cool. What the fuck? You know, in most like ARPGs, I'm not much of an item throw guy, but I feel like in Lies of P, I really am. It's kind of funny. 'Cause I'm not much of a an item thrower in like Elden Ring or Dark Souls. The hecky? Oh my god, dude, I thought I pressed that like hours ago. Because I did the filter too. I might have accidentally turned it on too. Because I think I accidentally hit the space bar while it was still highlighted on the eyeball. Nope. Okay. Where did I go? Man, I already don't remember the directions I went. Ah, okay. So I can't go that way yet. So it was over here. Did forget to get this. Dude, these thin-ass hallways with this weapon, it just doesn't work! Nope, I'm just skipping that robot. I hate it. I hate that fucking robot. Fuck that thing. Absolutely fuck that thing. Oh, great! That didn't work quite like I hoped. What in the Fallout New Vegas horror is this level? In the absolute Fallout New Vegas style hell. Oh. I didn't even notice this. Huh. Okay. We'll come back to this in a second. Can I sneak up and crit him? Nope, I can't. Fuck. Do I get anything? Ooh, a strength amulet. Alright, I'll take it. I'll take it. That's pretty good. Are you for real? What in the Anne Orlando bullshit is this? What the? Dude, this is bullshit. How the fuck? Come on, buddy. Come on. This is actually giving me like Anne Orlando vibes. Oh. Cool. Did you ever play Dark Souls 1, Snake? Hercules of Krat, the man who never backed down, even when pitted against a lion and a bear. Huh. This incurable illness came suddenly. Oh, damn. Crazy. Lord. Lord, that I am too out of it to read. Oh, what the fuck? Fuck! That's the best way to play it, to be fair. I knew it! Fucking stupid fucking machine. Oh, are you kidding me? There's a second? Oh, nice. Can you please let me out of the corner, bro? Maybe I'll do a Dark Souls 1 to 3 playthrough at some point. I mean, you saw a little bit of me playing 2. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's fast. Oh, that's real fast. Whoa, buddy. Can it fit through? Oh my god, bro. Oh, it fell. Oh, thank god. Hey, nice. Very good game. Very, very good game. Okay, so we up. That's what I was doing. That's right. Ooh, huge. Nice. I am 100% gonna die, but that's okay. It's worth it. What the heck?
There's no better way than my riddle position. You know how it is. It's time for a quiz.
Oh boy.
Today's riddle might have you over the barrel. But get this one wrong and you will be in peril. So, answer correctly or tango with danger. But when you quiz with the king, danger's no stranger. Now, listen closely. And heed the king's speech, or the answer to this one will stay out of reach.
Okay.
Think about this. Whatever it takes. What cannot be used before it breaks?
What can't be used before it breaks?
Correct! You were once such a fool, yet you've gotten so
I mean, you can hard-boil eggs. And yeah, this guy is kind of like the in-game Riddler.
There are those who wish to crack the shell and be reborn.
That's not even a good one.
Can you awaken and break free of the shell that is your puppet's body? Oh, it's a frightfully hint. At the grand exhibition, you now must behold all 10 fingertips of the woman of cold. Look close before she escapes your notice. Then I'm done with you. Mostly.
Okay. Interesting. And yeah, he calls it a couple different telephones in the game for you to like, oh, no. I just heard a fucking gun! Yeah, no, I'm not getting shot. Like, what? Alright, there we go. At least we got full heals again. And now, let's go explore again. Did I knock this down? Yes, we did. Good. Which way? I legitimately do not remember. Must be this way. Nope, this is the exit. Quite the opposite of the way I need to go, actually. Yep, I didn't knock that one down. It's still red. That's outside. Alright, it's gotta be back this way. Oh yeah, I think I got another half crescent. Actually, I think I know what I'm gonna go do. Couple things. Couple things. What do I level up next? It's always so difficult to determine. Part of me kind of want to does more. Oh my god, fucking English today. I would like to, I think, level capacity because I need more weight for more items. Yeah, let's do that. No, but I kind of want more damage. I'm starting to feel like I don't do enough damage. Let's just do technique then. We were also going to go back to the hotel.
I know my...
Nice. +8 is huge. my god. This thing does an ass load of damage. Let's try... I think I heard and read that.
I know my.
Let me see about this. Oh my god. That's insane.
I know my way around.
What should I do for my weapon? What is this? Oh wow. Should I?
I
I'm
know
gonna
my
see
way.
some. $36, $258. Okay, wait. Let's just go test it. So, as is, the current swipes I do are 389 on low. Whereas
my way
if we use this, it is 404. And I have a longer reach. I don't really see the downside of this. Oh. Jesus. Alright, let's see what else we got around here. Mm. Well, let's go get all those coins. Oh, nope, wrong way. Although I did get a quartz, so wait. Let's get another power up a little bit. Activate P organ. Sweet. Hurrah. the fuck? You can't make it swing through this and hit this out. How? It's stupid. Ooh, 2 crescent moonstones. Nice. So you can farm them from those guys. Okay. Noted. Noted. Nice. Fuck you. Another crescent moonstone. Wow. Get my soul, my fucking whatever they're called in this game, runes, fucking Ergo. I forgot to get my Ergo. Let's go do that. Where did I die at? Fuck, I don't even remember. It's taking damage over there. Oh, there it is. There's... Anything else to grab around here? Oh man, there's a lot of directions to go. Oh boy. Are you for real? Nice. Okay, that's pretty good. Wow. Interesting. Oh my fucking god, man. Whoa! Okay, Mr. Wrestler, what are you fucking... What's his name? Fucking Elden Ring? Oh my god, dude! Oh my god, bruh. I gotta run so fucking far, bruh. Oh my god, bruh. Oh yay, it's actually like that this time. Oh my god, bro. Pointless. how do you not die in one hit? Can you explain me that? How do you not die in one hit? Riddle me this, man. Fuck, wrong one. Whoa, what the fuck was that? Easy. Easy clap. Nice, there it is. So einfach. Danke. Was auf? Does anybody? I've actually always wondered that. So, back in German class when I would take it in high school, we learned that what's up, like the literal translation in English of what's up would be like was auf, right? Does anybody in German say like was auf? Was auf, mein Franz? No way! Wait, no? Aww. No? Aww. Probably just people just probably say what's up, but in English. But way back when I was like 16, 17, so like 15 years ago or something like that, when I was in German class, me and my friends would just say was auf, like it was like an actual thing. Oh, was geht? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Good to know. Then maybe I will try to train my vocabulary to say that. Can I go through here? You need the Sanctus of Mercy key? Okay. Okay. I think we've explored just about everything. Even in these? Nope. Nope. Cool effect, though. I like that you can destroy and interact with them. That's cool. Alright, we're about to face a boss. I don't even know what boss this is. I don't think I've ever seen it. I watched Asmongold play this game like, whenever it came out, almost like 2 years ago, something like that. But I didn't really watch too much of it because I knew I wanted to play this game one day. Oh, okay. Sick. Okay. More damage, more survivability. Oh, we're slightly heavy. Yeah, I can't be having that. How am I slightly heavy? How did that happen? Oh, because the weapon. Oh. Okay, well, let's go back to Hotel Krat real quick.
At the House of Vanini,
Oh, is it for this guy?
No matter what fate brings us, serving her, welcome to Hotel. This is a supply box. I shall open it and add it to. No matter what fate brings, serving welcome to.
Okay. Okay, not too many crazy new things. Oh, but I can buy Crescent Moonstones now. Nice. Yeah, German grammar was insane when I was taking it. That's why I did stop, was because it hurt my brain to try to think about. Alright, here we go. Brand new boss. Dude, I feel that. I'm kind of the same way. I use most languages in a lot of non-standard ways. Alright, new boss. Let's see what we got.
Welcome to my grave.
Who the?
This is where evolution becomes real. Feel me, for I am Victor,
Oh!
the champion.
You're who the lore was about. Oh boy.
Light to the followers of the truth.
Nope, wait, wrong one. No, I missed the second swing, man. That sucks. You get two red moves back to back, bro? How is that fair? Damn, I couldn't even get a burn off. Dude, he kind of is. Because he's got like the weird snake tentacle things. Whoa, my god. Too covered in acid, bro. Come on, back this way. Back this way. Onto the acid puddle. Nope, it's already done. Alright.
I am the chosen one!
Ooh, there we go. Come on, Vic. Let's one-shot your ass. Are you kidding? It's phase 2. No. I just wasted my fucking shit again. Oh god, here we go, bro.
The new world belongs to us!
Am I even able to get any hits off by being a straight kill against this guy?
Humanity must be born again!
Oh.
It's their duty and their fate!
Okay, we know a little bit more of what's going on. Let's do a few things here. Let's get that. Let's get this. Let's get that. Let's go with... Okay. Yes, he's a meth addict for sure. 100% that guy loves his methamphetamines. Alright. Round 2.
Open your eyes! Gaze upon the new world! us. Humanity must be born again.
Oh my
It's their
god.
duty and their fate.
Where can I go buy more of these fire abrasives? I think they're in chapter 3 if I recall. Or chapter 4.
Fight to the followers of the truth!
Finally, there we go. Now we finally lit on fucking fire. Jesus Christ. Oh, whoa! Round 2.
The new world belongs to us!
What? Oh. Yeah, dude. Yes. Bye bye. Who's the new victor now, fucker?
I am evolved. A better man.
Aw, yeah, dude. I love that emote. Hello, who are you? Who are you, buddy?
I'm surprised you defeated
Simon.
Victor. Geppetto's creations are truly marvelous. Ah, but where are my manners? My name is Simon Manus, a leader among alchemists. I've known your father for a long time. We used to be colleagues, you know. Geppetto didn't understand that the petrification disease can strengthen humankind. Locked into conventional thinking, I'm afraid. But even he can't stop such a magnificent discovery. It's the door to a new world.
Huh.
You've seen this place with your own eyes. Truly inspiring, is it not?
Wouldn't say that.
What do you suppose our cure has created here?
Monsters. Oh, look, literally, monsters.
You're short-sighted, just like your father. But you speak the truth as you see it, just like everyone else. We, on the other hand, are visionaries. We understand the petrification disease on a deeper level. The disease does not signify death. It's the process of purifying a person's essence. A purified human who overcomes the petrification disease will gain a strengthened body and a mind free of lies. The essence is ergo. Yes.
Ah.
The ergo you use as your power was once a human being.
Well, yeah, I know
Our
that.
undertaking is to help others experience this purification through this elixir.
Elixir.
Truly, it's an honor. Ergo's power can do even more. In the hands of the awakened, its abilities are limitless. We already have the means to control that power. Power beyond your imagination. So while you wallow in a pathetic past, we step forward into humanity's future on the Isle of Alchemists. You're welcome to come to the island and witness our triumph firsthand. Or perhaps you'll make a futile effort to stop us. Maybe the Saintess statue can help you. In any case, good luck. Standing against evolution must be exhausting. Not to mention demoralizing. Keep your chin up, puppet, and I'll see you soon. No one can say that Simon Manus, leader of the alchemists, isn't hospitable.
All right. Well then. Oh, I forgot to get this. Yep, a couple people to talk to, level up.
The Isle of Alchemists. According to the guide, Venini visited that place. That's something, I guess.
I'm gonna go. Was that a key that I got? I'm gonna go check that last area we were just at a little bit ago. It goes back over here, right? Yeah. Over here. Right there. Did I get a key for this? I did! Whoa! And it's that one woman. System reset. Oh, nice.
Sorry to startle you. It seems that the power of the listener within me, the power to hear ergo, is getting stronger. It's powerful enough to send not only my voice, but even illusions. Maybe it's because of the power of this Saintess statue. I came to you because I wanted to tell you about Simon. The terrible things he does. I should have told you about Simon earlier. But it's the sort of thing you have to see to believe. He is the most dangerous man in Krat. He spreads mayhem and death for a delusion he calls evolution. Simon wants to evolve a new world in Krat. A horrible future, even worse than the disasters we already face. That's why I woke you up. If you can't save Krat from Simon, no one can. Find the Isle of Alchemists. Someone must know how to get there. I will help as much as I can, of course. Please, save Krat. Whatever choice you make, I shall wait for you. I've always wondered why I'm a listener. Why this power came to me, in this time and place. But now I understand. Ergo reached out, wanting someone to hear it was once human. Or maybe it wanted someone to remember it. Perhaps a god or an angel. Who knows?
Interesting.
The alchemists have tainted everything. The gold coin tree is a pathetic creature they created from the listeners. Like many of their creations, it's tragic, but useful. You can control ergo with gold coin fruits. The sad tears of those who became trees. If they get the chance, the alchemists might force me to make such a tree for them. Or something even more tragic. Don't let the sacrifice of the alchemists' victims be in vain. With the fruit, they lend their strength to you. Collect gold coin fruits, and let the Saintess statue inspire you to victory. You honor their sacrifice, their grief, and tears. Petrification disease, puppet frenzy, and carcass monsters don't happen by chance. They're all related to ergo. ergo is the essence of life, made from the petrification disease. It contains the memories and distilled lifespan of the victim. That's why puppets sometimes awaken their old selves, or describe someone else's memories.
Interesting.
Simon
Okay.
coveted Ergo's power, and he noticed that the process of curing the petrification disease could also create enhanced humans. Krat became a city of monsters and petrification disease because of Simon's terrible experiments.
Look at them cool
The king of
sunglasses.
puppets tried to stop Simon, but he didn't do well either. Now, our only hope is you.
Alright.
Save Krat from this nightmare.
I think that's about it. I want to see this.
Oh, this device must be powered by gold coin fruit.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I don't want to do that now, but we'll come back to it at some point. Ooh, there's even the thingy here. Nice. Oh my god, bro. I'm getting hungry. Let me do a few things real quick. Give me 1 second. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, bro. Boom. All right, and then we boop, 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 boop. Nice. My total after tip for my DoorDash order, because I got a bunch of discounts, is $13.37. It's loot, bro. It's loot. That's hilarious. Leap. Leap. Oh, other way. Group. 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 Oh no, it was that way. I'm tripping. I could have teleported now that I think about it. Oh well. You know, I don't know about you, Snake, but I'm not too big of like a fast traveler in a lot of games. Like I will use it every once in a while. Especially if it like, basically my differentiation for it is if it feels like canon or not. Like in Red Dead Redemption 1, the more I play it, I'm probably not going to be using fast travel all that much. Because I like running around on the horse. It's part of the whole game. I don't know, there's times you use it, right? It's not to say I never do. Ooh, oh, look at you, it's the cowards. Look at who it is,
Ciao,
cowards.
Bello. It seems you and I share a strong connection.
Ugh. Talking to an alchemist is like talking to a brick wall. That's also an alchemist.
Brother, you should say hello to your friend. But it is true that we are in something of a bind. We're going to need to consult with our old friend.
You got that right, sister. Our pal is sure to help us. We didn't behave that badly at his last shindig. I hope.
A moment, please. My young brother here is slowly but surely losing his very sight, his windows to the world, to a terrible, slow-working illness. That is why I seek the gold coin fruit. It's said to work miracles, and do I ever need one?
Interesting.
The alchemists give us just enough to keep him going, but not enough to cure, and never what they promised. We can't rely on those crucible-kissing wizards. Please, don't make
We'll
me
turn
beg.
on the camera for a little bit.
He needs this. Besides, for a fellow who raided the Black Rabbit Brotherhood's den and walked out in one piece, it'll be as easy as eating your weight in bumbaloni.
Please.
Bomboloni.
The gold coin fruit is the only thing that helps. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Please. The gold coin fruit is the only thing that helps. Can you spare any? As a personal favor?
Ooh, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Should we give it to the kid to help him? Or are they lying to us? Ooh, decisions, man. Decisions. What would I do in this situation? I went to fight a boss. These guys said they would have my back, and they ditched me. I'd be kind of mad. Oh yeah, you're all good, yo. Now I'm debating currently on, whether we should give over a gold coin fruit or not. So the story with these guys, they've been around since like Act 3, I think you saw, where we first met them. They did help out for a little bit on one section, and then sat down and said, never mind, I'm gonna take a break. And then they disappeared and didn't even help me at all for the boss. But they're kind of cowards. It's like, yeah, why not help them a little bit? I mean, I get it, right? Why would you want to fight the Black Rabbit Brotherhood? But also, you ditched me, you bastards. You know what? We'll give. I think we're gonna give. We'll do it.
We knew you were a true friend, and generous.
That's right. I liked you from the start, you know? Just had a feeling. If you felt otherwise, that wasn't me.
Ignore this one. When he gets excited or just feels happy, he gets chatty. But he really is grateful. We both are. On that note, I hate to borrow and run, but we have another request from the alchemists to take care of, so we will be staying behind. You'll need to go on without us, so I suppose this is farewell.
Classic.
I won't ever forget your kindness. Here, a small token, but it's a gift from the heart. Now go.
Ooh. And Quixotic, dude. Don Quixote is actually one of my favorite books. It was the summer before 11th grade, I'm pretty sure. I was going into an advanced English class in high school called AP Literature, and we had a long list of books to read from over the summer. And most of them always bored the ever-living shit out of me because they were all 1800s, it's like Victorian era, reading just bleh. Or Heart of Darkness and all that kind of stuff, right? But I saw on the list Don Quixote. And I was around 15, I think it was, 15, 16, one of the two. And I had heard of it, I had heard of the references, and I knew it was a goofy book. But I decided to read it, and I bought this thick 1,000 page one that was split 500 pages English, 500 pages Spanish. So I wanted to learn a little bit of Spanish. I wish I still had it. But it was such a good book.
You need me? I was surprised when the bell rang. The Isle of Alchemists, you say? lives. There could still be a way. A dangerous but marvelous mode of transportation. But it won't work without a golden ergo.
Golden
My
ergo.
research, well, Pulcinella did a lot of the heavy lifting, has led me to believe you can find one deep within the barren swamp. It's also led me to believe it is guarded by actual monsters. So, I can't make this decision for you.
What the?
It's up to you. No, I'm not going to tell you the details yet. Not until we have that golden ergo. It's just not worth getting our hopes up, compagno.
Compagno. Venini. Grazie mille, Venini. Dude, I wish I lived in Europe because it would actually fucking like challenge my language skills. I hate being at like a 5-year-old's level of like every language I know because I don't have a way to use it in America. Except Spanish. I'm using Spanish a little more of recent. And I have been since I lived in some parts of California. But ugh. You try to say something in Italian to most people here and they're like, what? Unless they're around our age, right? A little more likely, but... What's this? What's this? Barren Swamp. In this issue of Venini's Guide, we'd like to introduce a special place different from our previously featured attractions. And we don't mean special in a good way. Of course, it may cater to a few people with peculiar tastes, but if you're an adventurer who wants to know all about Krat, it's worth learning about its shadows, in the sense that the Barren Swamp is the area that shows Krat's shadows well. The Barren Swamp is where scrapped puppets are discarded. Okay. Because it's composed of swamps and ravines, it wasn't part of the city's development. In the past, it was briefly a coal mine, but was soon forgotten about because of ergo. Oops, there's a third page. Later, a few shrewd factory businesses concerned about scrap puck bits began to dispose of them illegally here. Okay. Luckily, the city announced that they turned into a park. It's a living grave of hell. Jesus. Rating 2.5 out of 5. An attraction for those who want to see Krat's shadows. Long boots. Cool. Nice lore. I like it. Okay. Let's go talk to the people back at Hotel Krat real quick. So, who are the two people? The robot and her. Okay, interesting.
Lady Antonia has heard about the Grand Exhibition. She realizes their cure is meaningless. Her illness has worsened. Perhaps because she lost hope. I fear we might lose her soon. Lady Antonia cautions against it, to be sure. But I still believe the gold coin fruit is our last hope. I have heard about an alchemist who knows how to use that most miraculous of medicines. Please find a way to treat her.
Okay. And then it was you, I think?
House of Venini.
No. It's you.
Will you do, me a favor? For once, it's not difficult or dangerous. Just give this to Alidoro. I'd give it to him myself, but he's in the Barren Swamp now. He'll understand the significance of this gift. I know. Just do this for me, and I'll be grateful.
Okay. So do I have to go talk to this dude up here? Nope. I don't think it's this way. Other side, perhaps?
How's the cure for the petrification disease coming along? Glad you asked. It's going well, thanks to you. Sadly, it cannot cure everyone completely. Victims who have progressed too far have already lost organ function, and there's no way to restore that. Even if we eliminate the petrification disease, they won't last long. Their passing might be less painful than petrification, though.
Aww.
Are you sure? I can make a cure, Mr. Stalker, but I leave the choice to you. A longer but painful life, or a quicker but peaceful end. I'll make the cure if you give me 1 gold coin fruit.
Everybody wants these coins.
The cure isn't exactly stable. Give it to the patient as soon as possible.
Ooh, dude, this is about to be really sad. I wonder if I can talk to the other puppet about it.
I believed in you, and my belief has been rewarded. The possibility of imminent death, though. Why won't pain ever leave her alone? I cannot make this choice.
Oh.
Every option is painful. I cannot know what's best for her. What would you choose?
What would I do? I would absolutely give somebody a cure and let them die peacefully without that.
Yes. I suppose ignoring her pain wouldn't be right. Thank you so much. No matter what happens, I will
Everybody
accept it.
who gets old in my family is the same.
Please
although
accept
it's
this
never
token
happened to
of my
any of us,
gratitude.
but this is how I feel. This is how my grandfather once told me. If I ever end up losing it, take me to the river and shoot me. I don't want to exist if I can't. What's the point? If this doesn't work, I don't want it.
No idea so many secrets are buried in Krat. Thanks for keeping me company. What are you curious about?
Am I able to give you the... Nope. Okay. So I already did my job.
You make, I shall wait for you.
Nope. Okay. Did I already do
No
it?
matter what fate brings, serving welcome.
I did. Okay. All right. So now he has to make the choice. I see. I see. Is there anybody else I need to talk to? Nope. Back to combat. Although I think I might get off stream here in a minute, so that way I can go shower and eat and go get a couple things done before I have to go nap before my overnight.
Okay, there's no easy way to say this, but it's a puppet graveyard. Humans call it an illegal dumping site. Try to stop it, but eventually it has much bigger concerns. If the Grand Exhibition's horrific solutions too, it's just too terrible to think about. Oh, why am I thinking about it?
Oh my. Noted. Is that just a straight up fucking hole? Bro. Oh my god. Ooh, interesting. Oh, bear trap. Who the fuck is shooting at me? Oh, you stupid bitches up there. Hey! Stupid dog. So what we need is removes. Yep. Oh my fucking god! This game really loves doing that. I fucking hate this fucking clown. These fucking gunmen. Come on, buddy. Come on, come on. What the fuck? Oh, I hate these clowns so much. I hate the clowns. Huh? Oh, yeah. Yay, my food got dropped off. way around. Beep beep. Shit, man. Fuck you, clown. How did I know? Hey, bud, you should try falling. Heh. That was not a sound I like. Easy. Bro, what in the Dark Souls 3 tower is this? Literally just Dark Souls 3. Get any closer? Yes! Goodbye. Just a throwing cell? That's it? Okay, that's a little better. I'll take those. Wait, is there a invisible wall? Nope, no invisible wall. I half expected that, I really did. We go up. Oh, are you for real? Dude, this game messes with you sometimes. What the fuck was that? What the actual fuck was that? Here you go. Goodbye. Oh, I did it to myself. Nice. Here come that boy. Oh shit, what up? Okay. I'm gonna get my food real quick. I'll be right back. Oh shit, what up? Here come that boy. The fuck was that? Bear traps? I swear if the clown respawn, I'm gonna scream. Nope, clown didn't respawn. I got a Philly cheesesteak. Because I really wanted something really protein and cheese heavy. And there's a pretty good Philly cheesesteak place here, actually. I mean, it's a chain. It's Fat Shack here in America, but it's pretty good. But it's mostly like a West Coast kind of high-end chain. Not high-end, but like better, high-quality fast food kind of stuff. I will show in 1 minute after we get this ergo back. There we go. Yeah, named after the city of Philadelphia, yeah. Because it was apparently invented there. I think it's time for a break, honestly, from Lies of... What is this? Dark Souls 1 and 2? What is Dark Souls? Bullshit, bro. At 5, 6, yeah, we're on chapter 8, cool. Big. No, but we will do this. Let me show you the food real quick. Maybe we'll watch like a YouTube video real quick before I go. So I kind of do need to shower here in a little bit. Disappointments. Yeah, I've been there a couple times. I like Santa Barbara a lot. I went there a couple times when I was living in California to go to my friends' places. Hopefully it won't fall. Looking good. Looking good. Right, we will wait on that for it to cool a little bit and for a lot of that humidity to kind of seep away now that I opened it up. Yeah, a lot of meat. A lot of meat. Very good, though. It's very good. Here, I know what we'll react to. I was just about to watch this earlier.
This whole stop killing games thing has lit a fire underneath me. I'm feeling a heck of a lot more venomous than I normally would. There's been this pervasive idea that's been pushed throughout the video game community in which that you cannot enact change. No matter how unfair things are, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, nothing will change. But I'm here to tell you that it's not a matter of you cannot change things. It's a matter of you not being allowed to. Players for years have complained about how aggressively anti-consumer this industry has become, which is crazy to me when I sit back and watch people that somehow want to defend the way that things have become, and in some cases just say that we just need to let it go.
Right?
Better not to tamper with it. That could be dangerous, even though we paid for it.
So fucking
Digital rights ownership and licenses, microtransactions, data harvesting, third-party parasitic software that's designed as, disguised as either anti-piracy or anti-cheating. We went from simply buying a game, playing it, and playing it whenever and however we wanted to a laundry list of different things that are actively harming the hobby and bring us no benefit at all. These concerns and criticisms that we've had over the years are oftentimes met with, you don't know what you're talking about. You shouldn't ask for those things. That could be dangerous. I'm going to lose my mind when it comes to some of this stuff. People are going to buy games anyway. There's nothing that you guys can do about it. They complicate, they obfuscate, and even when we do get a win, which that actually happens quite frequently, we've been having a lot of that lately, well, they try to stand in front of it and say it's not your win, or it was going to happen anyway. So today what I want to do is I want to talk about where we're winning and where we're losing. I want to eviscerate this idea that we don't have any control over how games are made, what games are made, how much they cost, and the future of them. I also want to make sure that I take very special care to talk about Stop Killing Games and how its momentum was cut short. But before that, a word from today's sponsor, Displate. Now, this one is actually really cool because of the fact that you guys seem to really like Displate on this channel, which now, I think this entire discussion deserves a little bit of added context. It's been missing from the conversation, but the biggest issues that are facing players today aren't even hidden. They're just normalized. We don't own our games. At any time, they can be taken away, altered, pulled offline, or quietly gutted through updates. Publishers can mislead their customers and just call it artistic vision. They can raise prices without warning, monetize anything they want, shove in third-party software, and harvest our personal data, all without consequence. They've effectively built an industry where this behavior is now expected, and most people just bend over for it. From where I'm standing, the video game industry is one of the most deliberately obscured and openly anti-consumer industries in the world. Some of that falls on publishers, sure. Some of it's also on politicians that just don't understand the medium, and some of it is also the executives who have lobbied to be able to keep a lot of that stuff in place. But the deeper reason why, and the reason why they've gotten away with it for so long, is that this industry is still very young. Modern gaming, as we know it, only really went mainstream back in 1998 with the PlayStation. That's barely been 30 years ago. In that time, the shift has been violent, and it hasn't stopped. Physical media gave way to digital. Couch co-op became online multiplayer. One-time purchases were replaced with season passes, microtransactions, and gacha pulls. All of it happened so fast, too fast for laws to catch up and too fast for most players to realize what they were losing before it was already gone. I mean, regulation around games is a mess. This industry is a Frankenstein of overlapping systems, music licensing, film classification, software enforcement, online infrastructure, and not a single set of laws was ever designed to be able to handle all of this at once. And through all of that, foundational legal structures that have been built, and user license agreements, terms of service, IP law, DRM, these are all built to maximize control for the publishers, not protect the players. They give these companies the right to revoke access to alter products post-sale, to harvest our data, and all the while, they hide behind these dense, unreadable contracts. The system is too complex by design, and the more convoluted it gets, the harder it becomes for anybody to hold these guys accountable. Through this constant and relentless evolution of this industry, we, the customer, have always been on the back foot. Prices keep going up, rights disappear, protections never arrive, and the further that we go, the more it starts to feel like we're just being quietly suffocated. Games now hide behind walls of legalese, 12,000 word long end user license agreement. They use made up terms like buy to play or free to play and layers of technical obfuscation to make it nearly impossible to know what we're actually even agreeing to. What used to be just a simple transaction, you buy a game and you play it, is now an implicit contract where you sign away your ownership, your usage rights, and in some cases your personal data, just for a chance to escape for a couple of hours. The core issue here is that this industry grew too fast and too selfish, and somewhere along the way, it just left the customer behind. And worse off, we are operating in a system in which players can clearly understand, we can clearly see that something is wrong, we can name the culprits, we can spot the red flags, we can warn each other in real time, yet we can't fully explain how the trick works or how to fix it. Because none of us are developers, we're not lawyers, we don't have back-end access, and all we have is a list, a growing list of examples and a survival instinct that's telling us to fight. And one of the best examples of players trying to fight back, that survival instinct kicking in, trying to sound the alarm before things get worse, is Stop Killing Games, an initiative that was started by Ross of Accursed Farms. He's been warning people for over a decade now, fighting to get consumer protections around digital rights, asking just one thing: don't let companies erase games that people paid for. I'm sure a lot of you guys already know about this, but in case you don't, the core idea is simple. When you buy a game, you should be able to keep it. You shouldn't lose access just because a publisher decides they want to flip a switch. Right now, Ubisoft, of all companies, God, these guys cannot stay out of trouble, can they? They're getting sued in California over this exact issue, a class action lawsuit that claims that the company misled players by selling The Crew as a product that they owned, when in reality, it was a time-limited license. And that's the trick, isn't it? Because physical games were always understood as ownership, but digital games, somewhere along the way, that language sort of mutated a little bit. What you're really buying now isn't a game, it's permission. Temporary, revocable permission. And we didn't vote on that. We didn't agree to it. It was forced on us quietly, systematically, and now it's just normalized. Now, the Stop Killing Games initiative has re-entered public conversation recently, partly because it's struggling to reach its goal before its end date. If you are an EU viewer of mine, make sure you go read it and sign it. The link will be down in the description below. And the other part of it is because of the lingering damage that is caused by streamer and game developer Pirate Software. As of recording this video, the petition sits at just over 500,000 signatures, which is an incredible amount, but it's halfway to what it needs. And Ross claims that Pirate's coverage last year not only misrepresented the movement, but actively derailed it. Unfortunately for me, I watched Pirate's reaction streams and his follow-up videos, and honestly, it felt like I was watching somebody that was arguing with a phantom version of the initiative that only existed in their head. He fixated on vague language, got visibly irritated over a harmless joke about politicians, and then slowly unraveled into a spiral of self-assured condescension. At one point, he launched into a tangent about how MMOs would need to be redeveloped as single-player games.
It couldn't be the fact that for the last 40 to 50 years, all of Western governments have been conning all of us from Europe to America to Canada to Australia. No, of course not. It's just the guy who's in office right now. It couldn't be a globalized system of governance that is meant to destroy the average living conditions of the entire populace of the globe and only give a limited set of human beings infinite wealth. No, that doesn't sound right. It's just Trump.
That was never even proposed in the initiative, and I don't think that that was confusion. I think it was a straw man that was dressed up to make the entire movement look clueless. Ross reached out to this guy just to clear the air, and Pirate's response was that there was nothing to discuss.
That's not to
Then
say
he went
Trump's
straight
good.
into calling
He's bad.
Ross and the movement disgusting, hurling personal
But I'm an
insults.
accelerationist.
Now, of course, his initial comments and
want this shit to
criticisms did
break.
come under fire last
I
year, but
want
just to make
something
sure that
new.
misrepresentation stuck, he
I don't know about you, but I often like actually asking a lot of people our age, what do you think about new governance models, new constitutions for a lot of these countries? There's a lot of, well, you're from Germany, so admittedly your system of governance is a lot more modernized because you guys created your new constitution, what, around like 1950, 1960s, I think it was? And then kind of have had to be dealing with like modernization with Eastern Germany, right? So admittedly, for a country like Germany, your guys' system of governments is, I feel like, a lot more modernized than something like the United States, where our constitution is what, right around 250 years old right now? And people have learned the ways to push the buttons of that system. Yeah. So that's good. That's good. And that's why I feel like German, even though there's some downsides with it, right? Like your guys' online like speech laws and stuff. I'm not a big fan of that, honestly. But the way your government is able to respond to these modern issues in a timely manner is miles ahead of like the United States. Where like even with this discussion, right? Our politicians are still stuck thinking it's 1980s Atari, Sega, and Nintendo era. Right? And there are benefits to it. And there's like a weird line of where protection does become overprotection, right? And it starts to burden the populace. But that's a whole discussion, right? And everybody gets to like talk about it in their own manner. Every country gets to self-determine what that is for that region. But it's important to at least be able to admit and discuss that there are differences in what safeguarding is in a society and in a government. And yeah, absolutism is never the way to go, because I'm talking more of a relative kind of mental position, right? Where you can think of these things more in relative terms, with each part playing a cohesive whole in a network. Unlike absolutism, where it just is what it is. It's this single thing. It's this single thing. It's this single thing. That kind of stuff.
Followed up the initial backlash with a 15-minute video where within the first 90 seconds, he reframes the entire initiative as being about live service games, which it's part of it, but it's definitely not the entire thing. Watching it back, this guy is like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. On YouTube, he's Mr. Rogers. This is the only version of the guy that I knew. Helpful game developer, offering advice and encouraging newcomers, but in his streams, this guy is unhinged. Completely unprovoked, he's telling Ross and the entire movement to eat his entire ass, and then bragging about how he's going to actively convince people not to sign the petition.
All of this can eat shit, then. I dropped the mask entirely. I have no qualms about that. They can eat my entire ass. The whole thing.
That is not somebody that misunderstood the message. That's somebody who wants to bury it. Because
That's
if you're
why
a
I
developer
stopped
or
watching
even
Pirate.
an indie developer,
I
you
liked
know
him for a
damn
little
well
bit.
that most
I
modern
found him as he
games
was
have
getting
some
big with all
form
the
of
hardcore
always
WoW
online
stuff,
or a
but,
live service tether. That is the point. The issue isn't MMOs. They're definitely a part of the conversation for sure. Live service games the same. It's just that the infrastructure to revoke access exists across the board in almost every game today. So when people are trying to say that this guy's just being stubborn or he's lost in his own ego, I'm not buying it. I mean, part of it's definitely true, but you don't miss the point this thoroughly, this often, unless you mean to. Now, some time has passed since then, but Stop Killing Games is back in the spotlight largely because of the fallout of Pirate Software's original coverage. But Pirate Software, once again, is responding to criticism. Multiple creators have been calling him out for how he's misrepresented the movement, Charlie, Mutahar, and more. Yet, instead of engaging in good faith, he's chosen to triple down, inventing demands that were never mentioned in the original Accursed Farms video. He's taken to Twitter to paint himself a victim, calling the criticism dogpiling, while once again fixating on the vague language that was contained within the initiative and pretending like a petition is a formal legislative proposal rather than what it actually is, a grassroots call for consumer protection. Look, I'm not here to dissect every single one of this guy's missteps. To be honest with you guys, I wouldn't care enough to be able to do so in the first place, but I do believe that his takes are deliberate, not ignorant, like a lot of other people are claiming. There is a fundamental misunderstanding about the position that this guy is speaking from.
Exactly.
A lot of people still see Pirate as just a content creator, a fellow gamer in a lot of cases, but he is not. He is a high on his own supply game developer and a self-published one at that. A dangerous combination. When movements like this start gaining traction, especially ones with broad, emotionally driven language, people in his position see them as a threat. Regulation, even when justified, brings risk. And for somebody running their own studio, that risk feels personal. He is not approaching this as a customer or as a consumer who feels disadvantaged. He can't even see it from that perspective. He is approaching it as a developer who wants to keep things exactly the way they are, because any structural change might infringe on his or other developers' profitability, creative control, and freedom. Which, honestly, that would be a valid position to take if that were actually an issue in the first place. But this guy's entire argument hinges on how vague the petition's wording is and how dangerously specific it needs to be. And that is what drives me crazy because, bro, of course it's vague. It exists to draw attention to systemic failure and ask for help fixing it. It is written by players. It was never meant to be airtight legislation. Demanding legal precision from a grassroots movement is like yelling at a fire alarm because it didn't tell you where the smoke was coming from. While I can agree that vague language and blind legislative involvement could damage the industry, what this guy doesn't understand, or better yet, probably doesn't even care about, is that customers are so fed up and so disadvantaged that we would rather see this industry burn than continue to get fucked any longer. I think what makes this all worse is who Pirate Software is. He is not just a dev, he is a widely known advice streamer whose entire platform is built on helping people navigate the games industry. His YouTube shorts dominate timelines, giving advice and explanations. He is in the most unique position to steer this conversation, to refine the message, to bring nuance where it is needed. He could have acknowledged
it in the fucking trash can
that players are feeling, classified the legitimate concerns, and then offered guidance on how to push the discussion forward, but instead he got triggered by a joke, lashed out, and then kept escalating, misrepresenting the entire movement, discrediting its supporters, and doubling down on made-up demands. That's why I'm saying all of this is not a misinterpretation. It is a purposeful misdirection. He knows when players are saying things like, give us the source code after a live service shutdown. That is not a literal policy demand. It is throwing something at the wall. It is just a symptom of frustration. It is a way of saying this isn't fair and we are tired of being taken advantage of. Yeah, maybe the specifics don't make any sense. Maybe we're asking for the wrong things. You could actually help with that, but you chose not to. The emotion here is real. Most of us don't know how to fix the industry. We just know that it's broken, and we're not wrong for pointing it out, even if we don't have all the answers. You're going to have people that are going to want to stand in the way of something like Stop Killing Games or any other movement that might pop up in the future because they want to keep the status quo, because they want to protect themselves, their profitability, their companies, and they just are afraid of change. They're afraid of politicians coming in and touching something that they fundamentally don't understand. And I understand that risk. I also don't give a shit. We can't stand idly by anymore. I'm going to boil this down very simply for everybody. Right now, we are buying products that have a license. That license can expire, but it has no expiration date. How does that make any sense? And how is that fair? It is quite literally predicated on it expires when we say so. That's it. That's as simple as the language gets. That should not exist. That is just blatantly unfair, and I don't even understand how these guys have gotten away with it, to be honest with you. I'm posting a link to the EU petition in the description of this video. If you are an EU viewer of mine, I am looking at you right now. Go sign it. Go read it, obviously, first. Don't just sign it blindly. But while it doesn't have all the answers, it at least draws attention to an issue, and that's all we can ask for at this point.
Yep, exactly.
Far too many times do I see people cry out, oh, we'll never be able to fix X or Y thing. People will buy it anyway. People won't do anything. Nobody will stand up. Of course they won't. Of course they will just buy anything. People rarely do anything that's actually in their best interest. That's why consumer protections exist. They are a firewall, and you have an opportunity to build a firewall that protects you and people that get to play video games in the future.
Exactly.
If you love the hobby,
Exactly.
support
He
the
gets
hobby.
it.
Protect the hobby. Because it's very obvious that video game developers don't want to. You know, I saw in response to a lot of the criticism, Pirate Software has been writing very lengthy tweets online. Good Lord, it's a lot of words, man. I would never take the time to write something that long on Twitter. But he had talked about how, well, if you make live service games more difficult to make, then developers are going to make more single player and couch co-op games.
Okay.
Oh,
so what?
Oh, God. Nothing but that. Nothing but something that actually values my time. Oh, God. How do you not recognize how cooked this industry is? How do you not recognize how bad things have gotten? Are we supposed to just sit back and believe that it's a rare coincidence that for some odd reason all of these companies want to have a live service game because, oh, it must be because it's for our best interests, right? Is that why? His entire argument hinged on how vague the language was in the petition and talked about how he didn't want politicians to come in and blindly start legislating. Really funny coming from the guy that got triggered over the fact that Ross said that politicians like easy wins. Which one is it, my guy? You ever think to yourself that maybe this industry needs to have some regulation? Maybe it needs to have some limitation, and without it, they're no good? But digital rights ownership isn't the end of this fight. There's a lot of other battles that we're fighting right now, and just as many people are lining up to say that we can't win or that we shouldn't win. And even when we do accomplish something, well, they tell us that it wasn't you. It was going to happen anyway. But the truth is, what these people forget is that we are the ones that enact change because we're the ones that are paying for it. Whether people want to admit it or not, we have been collecting wins. Two of the biggest issues that have been plaguing the games industry right now are the rising prices of games and the exponential rate in which they're being carved up and served for microtransactions. Publishers have been seeing nothing but dollar signs, but their aggressive tactics have left players feeling like we are constantly being charged more for less. And that frustration isn't fading. If anything, it's reaching a boiling point. And the result hasn't been that we're buying fewer games, it's that we're buying somebody else's. One of the clearest examples of this backlash came with Borderlands 4, where fans started asking about the game's price. Gearbox's CEO got evasive, defensive, and at one point downright condescending. I've already covered that mess in detail, but here's the short version of it. After weeks of dodging, he finally came forward to say that the game would launch at $70, not $80, not following in the footsteps of Nintendo or Xbox, and to be honest, I was relieved. Yeah, the bundles for the game are still absurdly overpriced. $100 deluxe and $130 super deluxe is laughable.
Yeah,
but keeping the base game at $70
insane,
is
dude.
a win
What the
for
fuck?
now. It's clear Take-Two either realized that this wasn't the game to test a price hike on, or they just felt like this wasn't the time. But instead of that being treated as a clear example of customer pressure working, the moment was brushed aside. Gaming outlets immediately downplayed the backlash, calling it drama, insisted that we actually had no impact, and claimed that the decision likely was going to happen anyway, because God forbid players feel like they had a hand in anything or any power. In an article from Kotaku written by Zach Zwiezen titled Borderlands 4 Reveals $70 Price Tag Proving All of the Drama Was for Nothing, Zach wrote, last month the price of Borderlands 4 became a hot topic because Gearbox CEO Randy Pitchford on May 9th, after Nintendo and Xbox had announced $80 video games like Mario Kart World, Pitchford told fans at PAX East that the price of the game was going to be announced soon. He also claimed that he had no idea what the price would be, but assured people that the game would be worth it. Then on May 20th, Pitchford really stepped in it when a fan asked him on social media about a possible price of $80 on Borderlands 4. He infamously replied, "If you're a real fan, you'll find a way to make it happen." This went over poorly with the internet. A few days later, he said he didn't mean to sound like an asshole. A week later, he posted a 573-word-long tweet apologizing and explaining that he just meant that Borderlands 4 would be fine even with the higher price tag, and that he didn't intend to set off a firestorm of controversy and discourse. That brings us to today, where 2K finally confirmed that Borderlands 4 is only $70. After all of that hoopla and online drama, it turns out that the game is only going to cost what nearly every AAA game costs in 2025, $70 plus tax. Was any of it worth it in the end? Not really. But hey, at least Borderlands 4 isn't going to hold the game hostage and force you to pay a ransom fee to play it a few days early, so that's nice. Guys, I read at least half a dozen articles just like that one, and not a single one of these writers was willing to even entertain the idea that the online debates or player pushback had any impact on the decision. The overwhelming consensus, it was always going to be $70. Really? Then why was Randy Pitchford so evasive about the price in the first place? Are we really supposed to believe that the CEO of Gearbox genuinely has no clue what his own game is going to cost just months before release? Let's at least be honest here. The price did not stay $70 in a vacuum. It wasn't just Borderlands 4 that got people talking. It's the entire ongoing backlash against Nintendo, against Xbox, and the string of high-profile failures that we've seen across AAA publishing. Assassin's Creed, one of the most recognizable franchises in gaming, still has not shared unit sales. Avowed came and went in a week. Doom Dark Ages, the exact same thing. If I remember correctly, the only major AAA successes that we have seen this year is Monster Hunter Wilds and Elden Ring Night Reign. Meanwhile, it's all been smaller or mid-sized games. Repo, Schedule 1, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Expedition 33, Split Fiction. These are the games that were dominating charts, headlines, and conversations. I'm sorry, but you can't tell me that there isn't a world where one of these publishers finally wakes up and says, hey, maybe we're pushing too hard, maybe we're moving too fast, maybe the players are actually done with this. Borderlands 4 is not the kind of game, especially the money that they put into it, is definitely not the kind of game that they're going to want to gamble with, especially with the price increase. The last few entries did not land well. This one's being quietly framed as a soft reboot. There's a lot of uncertainty here. And when the entire gaming community is already at a boiling point, you don't fan the flames, you back off, at least for now. And if you want further proof that these publishers are starting to feel the pressure, look no further than RuneScape 3. Their CEO just came forward and made a video outright admitting that their microtransaction strategy had damaged the game, bluntly stating that it had stagnated and declined their player base. He said that if the game was going to survive, they would have to completely rethink how they monetize it. They even walked through some of the ways that they planned on reversing course, removing some systems that were built around microtransactions and trying to reintegrate them with the core gameplay. They admitted that it was risky, that it could cause some problems that they couldn't predict. And yeah, for a game that's this deep into its life cycle, it might be too little too late, but it's a signal. And I think we're going to start to see more of this. Not because publishers suddenly care, it's because these guys are losing money and they're starting to feel the pressure. I've said this a lot over the years, and it's taken a while for me to be proven right, but players can only be pushed so far. And so can the games themselves. I'm sure there's executives sitting in a boardroom somewhere thinking to themselves that microtransactions are an infinite money glitch and that players are impulsive enough to be able to fall for it every single time. And to be fair, sometimes they're right, but only to a point. People only have so much time and so much money, and when you apply as much pressure as this industry has between rising prices and nonstop monetization, the audience doesn't just bend, it breaks, it collapses, and then it migrates. Games that lean far too into greed either price themselves out of their own market or they ruin their design on a fundamental level. I think Diablo 4 is a perfect example of that. One of the most recognizable franchises in the world, massive launch numbers, and yet it lost all of its momentum almost immediately. Why? Because it just couldn't be a Diablo game. It had to be Call of Duty. It had to have a battle pass. It had to lock all of its best cosmetics behind a paywall instead of rewarding players for
Mario Kart
actually
was
playing
way too
the
expensive.
game. And yeah, some people are going to say, well, it's just that the game wasn't good. And that's exactly the point. It wasn't good because of how it was built around its monetization. All that time and effort went into how that game was monetized, how they were going to monetize that experience instead of making it about what the experience was in the first place. They made that game so easy and so shallow just to be able to reach a broader audience, but what it actually did was undermine the longevity of the entire product. How many hours do you think players are going to want to invest in a shallow game? They then threw in a battle pass, and suddenly players feel like they're on a schedule they can't even keep. They made gear you earn look way worse than the stuff that you can buy, so even when you do grind, it feels like you accomplished nothing. And sure, people stop playing because it's not very fun, but that's still a choice, and those choices shape how games are made in the future. The truth is, we are changing the games industry. Some of it happens through direct backlash, petitions, and public outcry. Some of it happens more quietly when millions of players shift their money elsewhere or simply stop showing up. That influence may not look like a victory. It may not come with a press release or a public apology, but you can see it in the decisions that they make. You can see it in the price tags that they walk back, the monetization that they adjust, the games that fail, and the ones they cancel. People will keep telling you that it doesn't matter, that complaining is just noise, that we're wasting our breath, but those people don't decide anything. We do. We're the ones that are paying for these games. We are the ones that are talking about them, recommending them, warning each other, and keeping the pressure on. And no matter how much they try to shut us out or discredit what we're doing, the fact remains the industry does not exist without us. We are not just a part of the equation, we are the equation. And people need to remember that. A lot of times when I see people trying to push back or take away wins from the players, push back against their arguments, their criticisms, the backlash that they see, try to undermine that stuff and just call it drama, a lot of it is just personal differences. It's an us versus them mentality that has popped up over the last couple of years. That's been in journalism, it's been in game dev, it's been all over the place. It's even on our side, but the difference is we're the paying customer. You just have to deal with it for the most part. But, you know, I'm just going to tell you right now, trying to fight against your customer is not a really good idea. It's not a very effective business strategy. You have the power to change things. You genuinely do. You vote with your wallet. That is the strongest ability that you have. And it's the most effective ability that's out there because these companies will listen to the money. That's the only thing that they'll listen to. I just saw that Square Enix put out a press release or a notice saying that they recognize the success of Expedition 33 and they plan to make more turn-based games in the future. You did that. You did that by supporting a game that you enjoyed.
Yep, dude, I want to play Expedition 33.
Play it, by sharing screenshots.
It's on the list. We'll be playing that at some point for sure.
Or whatever it might be. Your support of a game that you enjoyed directly led to you getting more of the things that you enjoy. That's why I always say it's never about not spending money. It's about spending money the right way and putting money in the right places. That's why it's so incredible to see how many people have been supporting indie titles, because that means we get more of them. That means more indie developers think that it's worth the risk to make a game. They want to take that chance. And in some cases with some of these other studios or some of these bigger publishers, they see more opportunity in investing in some of those guys or maybe making smaller games in some of their larger studios. That's what you want to see. That's the power of your money. Something more direct than your money is something like Stop Killing Games. Second reminder, if you're an EU viewer or you have EU friends, share it, read it, sign it, check it out.
I'm sure you already signed Snake, or you already know plenty about it.
Worthwhile thing that I've talked about on this channel, to be honest with you, because even if it doesn't bring the change that you're looking for, it's at least going to draw attention to a lot of things that are going wrong in this industry, and that alone is worthwhile. It may not bring the change that you want, but it will protect you in the future, or it will lead to protections in the future, which is the only thing that we can hope for. I don't know if I did any justice to it. I hope that this video found some value with some people. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did enjoy it, share the video, like the video, comment down below on other things that you think that the industry is running into trouble with, other things that you think need to be brought to light, or whatever it might be. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching the video. If you guys did enjoy the video, subscribe to the channel.
Good video as usual from this guy. Think it's about time for me to head out myself. I gotta shower, get some stuff done, get ready for the god-awful overnight. The bags under my eyes are getting so bad. I gotta buy like cucumbers or some shit to like even that out. I don't know how to get rid of it. But thank you for coming by today, Snake and everybody. Anybody else who maybe stopped by or one day watches this on YouTube. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I am going to head out and go get a bunch of stuff done. Much love, y'all. Have a wonderful day. Oh yeah, I was going to mention too. I think soon I'm going to get a little bit back into Vintage Story. I'm going to try to throw it in like once or twice a week. I'm almost there with wanting to like get back into it now that I fixed the server and know that it's running again. I just got to like get the whole, you know, the whole rigmarole going, and then we'll see how things go. I think if and when I do, I'm going to turn it into a public server so that way we can have more people, and I'm going to move spawn far, far away. And I'm going to give... have you already gotten a temporal gear, Snake? So that way you can set your base as your spawn? Because I'll give you and whatever his name is, temporal gears. Yeah, you had one? Okay, good. So yeah, I'm going to shove spawn like way far away so that way we can't get griefed. by randos unless they like literally take like a fucking hour in real life to like walk in the game over to us, right? But other than that, I think I'm going to open it up to the public because I want it to be a little more, you know, hopping. But then again, I don't know if we'll be able to support a lot of people on. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to figure it out. I want to just do something that's going to make me get on there more, though. But either way, have a wonderful day, yo. Peace.